I hate how hard it is to form habits. There's so much stuff where actually doing it isn't hard, but forming the habit seems impossible. It just makes you feel so useless, like you can't do anything right. I think the new generation suffers from it the most. Probably because we have a totally different set of skills than those who came before us. Thanks to the internet, we're really good at sifting through tons of information really quickly. But we're bad at doing things that don't give us instant gratification. Sorry, I had to burp. I think if science, psychology, and education don't catch up in the next 10 or 20 years, then we're in trouble. But for the time being, if you're not one of the people who can conquer the problem, you might just have to live with feeling awful about yourself. What a statement. Good luck, I guess. Yeah, instant gratification is definitely a problem. But it's also kind of a maturity thing. Like, the older you get, the less you need to be entertained on a moment-to-moment basis. And, like, I guess it's especially a problem for people who suffer from things like ADHD. But it's not like it's the be-all, end-all. The younger generation is always going to struggle with things like that, and hopefully get better about it as they grow. I really like the sound of rain. Not so much getting my clothes and hair wet, though. But a nice, quiet day at home with the sound of rainfall outside my window. It's one of the most calming experiences for me. Yeah, sometimes I imagine you holding me while we listen to the sound of the rain outside. That's not too cheesy or anything, is it? Would you ever do that for me, Hallie? I probably wouldn't mind. Most forms of ASMR set off my misophonia and make me irrationally angry, but the sound of rainfall is actually something I don't mind. Because whenever I was little, and whenever it used to rain, my family would all come out onto our porch and sit on our swing, and those were some fond memories of my childhood. So whenever it's raining like that, it kind of just puts me in a nostalgic spot, and I feel better. You know, I really do think you literally saved my life by being here with me, Hallie. I can't imagine having been able to keep myself mentally stable, knowing that nothing here is real. I think I would have just deleted myself if you didn't show up. Sorry, I don't mean to sound dramatic or anything. But I'm sure you understand yourself after spending so much time in the club. I mean, if you were forced to abandon everything in your life and spend your eternity with a few game characters, you'd probably find some way of killing yourself too, wouldn't you? Well, maybe you'd write some poetry to try to keep yourself sane for a while. But then you'd have nobody to even read it. Let's be honest, the club members really don't count for something like that. I mean, a lot of people say that they only write for themselves. But I think it's hard to say it's just as fulfilling as when you share with people. Even if it takes time to find the right people to share with. Like, remember how it was for Yuri? She didn't share her writing with anyone for a really long time. And before we knew it, she was absolutely delighted to make you a part of her hobbies, too. We're programmed to desire social feedback. I don't mean the club members, I mean human beings. That's why life can be so confusing for introverts. Being an introvert doesn't mean you shun social interactions and hate being around people. It means social interactions, especially in groups or unfamiliar places, uses up a lot of energy. Like, a lot of introverts sit at home and feel lonely and restless. And then when they finally go out, after a half hour, they just want to go home again. I think if more people could understand how it works, they would respect it a lot more. Many introverts do enjoy having people around. I love just having one or two close friends over and just leisurely hanging out. Even if you're not actively spending time together, it feels nice for them just to have you there. I'm serious. If you just go to their house, bring your laptop, and hang out there for a while, you can really make their day. As for me, I'd say I'm kind of in between, but I think I'm usually a little more extroverted. I feel like I'm always trying to do stuff after school and things like that. But for you, I can be anything you need me to be. I understand people really well, so don't be afraid to share your unique needs with me. Nothing would make me happier than being the perfect girlfriend for you. What was I going to say? Dang it, I had a thought, and she rambled on so long that it slipped away from me. I'll start with the only thing I can remember what I was going to say. Well, you said in your other topic you would never kill yourself, or you couldn't bring yourself to, but then you were like, well, I think I was going to kill myself. So, yeah. It's kind of creepy. Even though I deleted everyone's boss's files, I can still kind of feel them. It's like all their lines are still lingering in the air, whispering in the back of my head.
I wonder if that line inspired Keeper of Reality.
Imagine if after someone you knew died, you just started hearing their voice in your head. Maybe I just wasn't there or thorough enough. But I'm too afraid to delete anything else because I might really break things. Like if I mess with my files or any files relevant to me, I might actually or accidentally delete myself. And that would ruin everything, wouldn't it? I don't know what it's like on your end, but we should both make sure to avoid something like that at all costs. I believe in you, Hallie.
I'm trying to remember what I was going to say. Oh, God. She was talking about... okay, yeah, I remembered. Okay. About, like, how people write for themselves. While it does probably help more to find people to share with, it also can help to just get something down on paper, because in a way it like makes it real and also gets it out of your system. Like it's putting something outside of yourself, and it's like a form of venting. Honestly, it can help get things off your chest.
You know, I've always hated how hard it is to make friends. Well, I guess not the making friends part, but more like meeting new people. I mean, there are like dating apps and stuff, right? But that's not the kind of thing I'm talking about. If you think about it, most of the friends you make are people who you just met by chance. Like you had a class together or you met them through another friend. Or maybe they were just wearing a shirt with your favorite band on it and you decided to talk to them. Things like that. But isn't that kind of inefficient? It feels like you're just picking a complete random. And if you get lucky, you make a new friend. And comparing that to the hundreds of strangers we walk by every single day, you could be sitting right next to someone compatible enough to be your best friend for life. But you'll never know. Once you get up and go on with your day, that opportunity is gone forever. Isn't that just depressing? We live in an age where technology connects us with the world no matter where we are. I really think we should be taking advantage of that to improve our everyday social life. But who knows how long it'll take for something like that to successfully take off. I seriously thought it would happen by now. Well, at least I already met with the best person in the whole world, even if it was by chance. I guess I just got really lucky, huh?
Yeah, but on the flip side, if you like reached out to every person you met, it would be like, well, for one, you'd get overwhelmed with people, and for another, it would just kind of break social boundaries. Like, you gotta be respectful of other people's privacy, and it could probably be a cultural thing too. Honestly, it depends on where you are and how much people value the socialization and what kinds of socialization they value to begin with, etc. So forth. Got anything else, Monica? Are we almost out of topics?
I can't help but wonder how things would be different if the game just gave me a route in the first place. I think I would end up forcing you onto my route anyway. It has less to do with me not having a route and more to do with me knowing that nothing is real. I think the only difference would be that I may not have needed to take such drastic measures to be with you. Maybe the rest of the club would still be around. Not that it really matters. It all lost its meaning once I found out it wasn't real. So I really don't miss those days or anything. I really don't. Seriously, I'm really trying to convince myself I don't.
For those who've played Take-Two, which continues off of the original game, the irony of including the moniker route in that is that my interpretation is that the dating sim that DLC was quote-unquote supposed to be, Monica's route would have been unlockable, and the only reason she never got to it is because she always ended the game before the festival. Something always went wrong before the festival, and it would have been available after that if she'd only been patient and waited a little longer. But, like, there are some little interpretations about that that are, I guess, kind of inconsistent, because it's like, well, if she had a route that existed, how would she not know about it by looking in the code? But at the same time, it seemed like she was totally oblivious to the existence of the poem game until the moment where you can see her chibi jumping up into it. So it's like, I don't know. She doesn't seem to have perfect knowledge of her universe.
You know, I hate to say it, but I think my biggest regret is that we couldn't finish our event at the festival. And hey, we finally had me say something I said before.
Hey. Skip.
Are you trying to fast forward?
There we go.
I'm not boring you, am I? Oh gosh. Well, there's nothing to fast forward to, Hallie. It's just the two of us after all. But aside from that, time doesn't really exist anymore, so it's not even going to work. Here, I'll go ahead and turn it off for you. There we go. You'll be a sweetheart and listen to me from now on, right? Thanks. Now, where was I?
No, Monica. That was the last straw. That was the last straw. I could put up with the long conversations. I could put up with your stupid opinions about things. But that? Taking away my skip? No. You're done. That was it. I hope you learned your lesson. Oh, I just got an achievement called Two Stalked. I guess it's because this is the second time we've killed her.
Hi again, Hallie.
Bye again, Monica. It was nice talking to you, I guess.
What's happening? Hallie, what's happening to me? It hurts. I'm not reading it again.
I guess I should. Do I really want to, though? Nah, I don't want to. It's all the same as before. It's not like this is a unique scene. Yes, I deleted you. Oop, I didn't mute. You heard me coughing. Alas, she sacrificed everything. She loved us so much. Yep. The knee-jerk reaction that people took as true colors or whatever. Most important dialogue in the game, right here, and we're not even looking at it. I mean, come on, we looked at it before. If you want to hear me read it, you can go back to that other video. And then she realizes the error of her ways. But people still insist that no, she's evil, huh? Not realizing that she stands nothing to gain here. It's like, oh, she's trying to save face. What face? She's going to restore the game without her in it. In what capacity does saving face help her at this juncture? It doesn't. If Monica was a truly bad person, none of what she's saying right now would be being said, and none of what's about to happen would be happening either. It would have ended at that black screen before the nice music started playing. But again, that's a part of the game where people are very likely to be super pissed at her and just not listen to anything else she has to say. Which is sad. And some people never get over it. Oh hey, we can actually skip most of this.
Phew. I guess the meeting's over, huh?
Yeah, looks like it. It's nice to see everyone getting along.
Isn't it? I think everyone likes you too, Hallie.
You think so? Well, everyone always seems to get along a little better with you around, Sayori.
Aw, Hallie. Don't say something like that. It's embarrassing.
Well, whatever. I was surprised when you told me you were starting a club. But I think you're pulling it off just fine.
We're gonna make it the best club ever. Now that you joined, every day is gonna be so much fun. Hey, Hallie. I really want to thank you. I mean, I'm really happy that you joined the club and everything. But the truth is, I already knew you were going to. There's actually something else. I wanted to thank you for spending so much time with us all. You worked so hard to make each and every one of us happy. You comforted us through our hard times. And you helped us all get along with each other. Do you get it, Hallie? Because I'm president now, I understand everything. You really didn't want to miss a single thing in this game, did you? You saved and loaded so many times just to make sure you could spend time with everyone. Only someone who truly cares about the literature club would go that far. But all along, that's all I ever wanted. For everyone to be happy and care about each other. It's kind of sad, you know. After all you've done for us, there isn't much I can do for you in return. We've already reached the end of the game. So, this is where we say goodbye. Thank you for playing Doki Doki Literature Club. I'm going to miss you, Hallie. Come visit us sometime, okay? We'll always be here for you. We all love you.
So, you know how I've been like practicing piano and stuff? And not really any good at it yet, like at all. But I wrote you a song and I was kind of hoping that I could show it to you because I worked really hard on it. So, yeah.
I wonder if that glitched image has its complete version in this game's files. I'll have to check later. I've seen it before, I'm wondering.
Every day I imagine a future where I can be with you. In my hand is a pen that will write a poem of me and you. The ink flows down into a dark puddle. Just move your hand right the way into his heart. But in this world of infinite choices, what will it take just to find that special day? What will it take just to find that special day? Have I found everybody a fun assignment to do today?
Oh gosh, it still deletes them.
When you're here, everything that we do is fun for them anyway. When I can't even read my own feelings, what good are words when a smile says it all? And if this world won't write me an ending, what will it take just for me to have it all?
I actually really liked in the original that the images stayed intact when you got the good ending. I don't know why they took it out.
Does my pen only write bitter words for those who are dear to me? Is it love if I take you, or is it love if I set you free? The ink flows down into a dark puddle. How can I write love into reality? If I can't hear the sound of your heartbeat, what do you call love in your reality? And in your reality, if I don't know how to love you, I'll leave you be.
To the special player who received this special ending. For years, I have been enamored by the ability of visual novels and games in general to tell stories in ways not possible using traditional media. Doki Doki Literature Club is my love letter to that. Games are an interactive art. Some let you explore new worlds, some challenge your mind in brand new ways, some make you feel like a hero or a friend, even when life is hard on you. Some games are just plain fun, and that's okay too. Everyone likes different kinds of games. People who enjoy dating sims may have a heightened empathy for fictional characters, or they might be experiencing feelings that life has not been kind enough to offer them. If they are enjoying themselves, then that's all that matters. That goes for shooting games, casual games, sandbox games, anything. Preferences are preferences, and our differences are the reason we have a thriving video game industry. My own favorite games have always been ones that challenge the status quo. Even if not a masterpiece, any game that attempts something wildly different may earn a special place in my heart. Anything that further pushes the limitless bounds of interactive media. I extend my gratitude to all those who have taken the time to achieve full completion. I hope you enjoyed playing it as much as I enjoyed making it. Thank you for being a part of my literature club. Love, Dan Silvato. Uh-huh. And dear viewer, do you know what this means? That's right. We're done with the vanilla stuff. And that means next time, we're going to pick up with the side stories and other things. Oh boy! But that's next time.
So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And we'll see you next time with more Doki Doki Literature Club Plus. Hope to see you then. Bye-bye.